Now we've done the compound, I'm going to show you the technique for one of our finishes, which is the granite. It's fairly quick, fairly straightforward, so I'll just run through it. So today we're going to be using a few different colours. We're going to be using the peanut butter, gunmetal, russet and butter colours. So as I run through this, I'll explain when and how we apply all the different colours. You don't have to stick to these colours, you know, you can use different ones and mix it up as you want, but these are the colours that I'm going to be using for the demonstration today. So the colours that I'm using today are just standard Marbletop solid colours mixed with clean water, roughly a litre of water to 100 ml of colour, depending on which colour that you're using. And you want to use an adjustable trigger spray to create the spotting, which will give you the granite appearance. So I'll just make a start with this. So basically we're going to want to spot the surface. So I'm going to start off just getting the edges, and you're just looking for that light speckle all around. Like I said, if you start on the edges and then you want to just do a little bit on the surface as well. So that's the peanut butter. So we're just going to move on to the gunmetal now, and again just repeating the exact same process, just a light speckle getting the edges first, and then as you move round, again just applying some to the top. So now you've applied your darker colours, what we're going to do is just use the lighter colour. Again, exactly the same process. This is just to take a bit of the harshness out of the colours. So exact same process again. Now with this one, you're going to apply it slightly heavier on the surface, just to try and blend in a bit of those darker colours. So now we've got the first part done, I'm just going to leave that 5 to 10 minutes, just allow it to dry up, and then we'll carry on with the process. So it's been about 10 minutes now. As you can see, it's more or less dry, so we're going to carry on with the process. So what we're going to do now is use a bit of the russet colour, just to create a couple of veins running across the fake stone, the granite. Easy as that. Then once you're happy with that, we're just going to go over it again with the original 2 colours. Don't forget when you're doing your veins to run the veins down through the edges. Okay, so now we're going to go back over it with the original 2 colours, the peanut butter and the gunmetal, in exactly the same process as we did before. Making sure we do the edges first and then across the top. So with this, as you can see, I'm keeping fairly well back from the sample. You don't want to work too close because otherwise you can create sort of streaks. You're looking for that spotting effect. And there you go, so that's that part of it. Okay, so that's the initial part of it all completed. So again, we'll just leave this to dry off. Probably take an hour or two to fully dry. And then once that's done, you can apply the epoxy over the top. So it's been a couple of hours now and our surface is completely dry. So what we're going to do now is just apply a clear coat of the Marbletop epoxy resin. It's a 1-to-1 mix, so it's pretty straightforward. All you need is a mixing cup, stirrer, and a brush to apply it. So for this sample, I'm probably going to need maybe about 300 mils of mixed resin. So it doesn't matter which part you put into the container first. I quite often put the part A in first because it's a thicker solution, so it's easier to judge the volume on the second pour. So I've pretty much bang on 150 mils there. So another 150 mil of the part B. As you can see, much thinner solution. So just take that up to 300. Just gone slightly over there, so just going to add a touch more of the part A. So the key is to make sure that you have equal parts A, part B. So once you've measured out your part A and part B, you're going to give it a really good stir. Now the trick with this is to make sure that every little single bit of the resin has been mixed together. So make sure you give all the sides a good scrape and all around the bottom. The easiest way to completely ruin a new worktop is to have unmixed resin in the pour, which will never set. So spending a little extra time making sure that it's fully mixed is worth a while. So just going to mix this for about a minute just to make sure that everything's fully mixed. Then with the granite effect, all you're doing is just getting an even coat all over the surface. Okay, so mix that for about a minute now. That's well and truly mixed. So all I need to do on this is just apply a light coat all the way over. So if you're using a new brush, you just want to make sure that there are any loose bristles out of the brush. So literally all we're going to do is just spread this round. As you can see, yeah, it spreads nice and easily. So just concentrating on the top to start with, and then once we're happy that we've got everywhere on the top, we just want to flow a bit over the sides to make sure they're all fully coated. So then once you're happy that you've got every little part of it covered, you want to just hit it with a blow lamp just to pop any bubbles. So there you go, you've got there you go. Just allow that to cure up now. Leave it 12 to 24 hours to cure. That can be it. You can finish there. What I like to do though, gives it a bit more of a sort of 3D look, is apply some marble spray to the surface. So this sits on top of the epoxy. So obviously once you've done this, you'll need to let it dry and apply another coat of epoxy over the top. But what this does, like I say, it gives you a nice 3D effect because you'll have the marbling spray suspended in the middle of the epoxy. So now we're going to leave that to cure. So I'll probably leave it about 12 hours and then put a top coat over it, and I'll show you the finished result.